Hello and welcome to my playthrough of the space game survival mode. I'm in here because you remember I put all these on recharge, and because I was going back and forth and connecting materials to building up my vehicle. My single battery ran out of power because these 8 towers are not giving me enough power for all the stuff that I wanted to do. Now I could just put these on auto, but as it is, I'm not going to be producing in the near future. So I'll just leave these and consider making more of these, or building a solar tower assembly over here. So much to do. But that's another thing. Look down here. I have welded it up. My little Beetle, or whatever we should call it. Yeah, maybe I just call it the Beetle. And I put it up right high. And as you remember, when I made my atmospheric mining, it kept floating, when I cut away these. I don't think it will. It might, but otherwise these should be able to cushion the fall when it falls down. And this was actually meant to happen. I actually make these too big on purpose, so you can see that these actually helps. And it actually was on purpose. It wasn't the last time I said so. Okay. I will grind this up and see if it can hold or just fall slowly. It floats! But slowly falling down. So this is holding its own. This is when it's holding its own weight. It can barely do that. So it's not that it'll help us flying, but it'll help us get up of holes if we get stuck in one, and these will help us get up the hills when we are heavy. I'll just go into here so you can see all the nice panels we have here. Now these can be configured with stuff, and we'll do that at some point. But right now I just want to fly. I just turn off my headlight. I'll just, can I do that? Right. Now I have thrusters on, so they'll actually push me forward even though I am not doing anything. So what I'll do here is in my G menu, no, actually first I will in my K menu choose my thrusters and turn them off. And then I will choose the 4 up and call that thrusters up. And these 4, call them thrusters forward. Actually, already I will call this Beetle thrusters forward, because when it's connected up to the base, thrusters is thrusters in a different color. So I'll just call it Beetle thrusters forward. And I'll just show you that when I choose these and no, that's not what I wanted to show you. If I choose this and rename that to Beetle, it turns up as a new group. So I will have to delete this one to not be confused. But this is still selected, and when I put this one, these are selected. So I'll do that as I usually do. I'll take them off my terminal so I am not confused. And as the same here, I will call them... Oh, I have to do it manually. I have to say Beetle, and I will be smart, and I'll copy. I said copy. Not paste something, I'm not there. Can I undo that? No. And copy. And this one. And not battery 3, I just go battery, connector, gyroscope. I'll do this for everything I do. I find a name, then I name it, because once it's connected up to the base, it can be hard to differentiate which medium container actually there is, if it is this or on some other vehicle I have, or which ore detector I'm using. And the wheels, now you can see it called right and left for a reason. And we just leave this as it is and go to third person. Now when I go back, I use the normal movement. I'll try again. I can't talk today. We got an unknown signal. Right. I use the normal movement keys, W, S, A, and D, to move around. Two things. I'm a lousy driver. Not in real life, of course I'm not. But here. And this actually is... It means that I can sit here in third person and be better of knowing what I'm doing. I'm not good in first person because I can't see what my stuff is doing. Something is giving up. Right, the cockpit I chose is too low down. Well, that gives me an access to actually show you something in the wheel suspensions. It has some options here. The first thing is with the height offset. If I control click and press 0, whoops, all of a sudden I'm up. And I'm not equally up on all four wheels. Why not? Height offset. Height offset. Height offset. Oh yeah, it just doesn't look it. Well, I'll just put it up to plus 30. Come on. I control click and 30. It has to be 26. Alright. So I'll do 26. No. 0.26. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not working with my new... It's not working with my cockpit here. So what I'll do is that I thought actually I put these down so low. Why is it that way? Is the minus actually upwards? Could be. Could be. Minus point was it 32? It was. And well, it doesn't give me any leeway, so I have to cut it out anyways. But you can actually change the height of the suspension to make it possible for you to get out of holes. But I should have chosen some bigger tires on this one for this to work. I did not, so I'm going to grind down, and then this down, and then I'll just choose another cockpit. I actually have that down in my menu. The 9. Oh, 9. Thank you. Why is it? Oh, 8. And like that. Now I have much more space beneath my wings. I'll just have to replace the gyro and the ore detector. This is why you have to. This is why you have to make sure that you. Well, it does matter actually which way the gyros is up. So when you put them down, you have to make sure that they actually attach to the right surface, which this absolutely wasn't. I have to make sure that they are down there, but there's no room down there. That's a bummer. If I go over here and have space for them there, right. And you can see by the weight that it was actually the car was moving when I put them down. So it actually has some even before they get loaded up. Right. Okay. It's still a Beetle. Which reminds me, now look at my energy level when I get in. When you sit in a seat or cockpit or whatever, your energy gets topped up. Right. I'll have to go into my K here. The battery's alright. The cockpit. When you grind stuff down and replace it, come on, you have to rename them if you have named them. So this is now gyroscope. And Beetle gyroscope 2. And detector. Right. Now if we take the wheels, there are some options here. If you can see here that when I turn, both set of wheels turns. You can do that, but if you go too fast, all of a sudden you do something to avoid, you will fall over. So what I usually do is that I'll take the back suspension, and they were the second thing I put on both sides. So that'll be the number 2, and number 2. And now when I turn, it's only front wheel drive. They are 4-wheel drive in that manner that they all propulsion. They all have propulsions on it, and they all brake, and they all kind of have this shocking in it. You can change the angle of the steering, the power to supply it. Just in the beginning, I'll just do 15. I control click to do that. I leave the height offset as it is. Friction I'd like to put up to maximum. Speed limit I put down to 100, I know myself. And the propulsion override I'm not going to use unless I get into a problem. So, yup. Now, let's see how it performs. Nope, before we do that, I will set up my connector to switch lock, and I will go into my group and say thrusters forward, on and off, and thrusters up, on and off, just so that I can get myself out of trouble if need be. Right, let's get out. Now you will have to use your back and forth movement to move around. And you can see now that even with 50%, I almost always buckets like a horse. When I get stuff into my cargo containers, that will lower down, so that will keep them to the ground. But right now it's quite lively. So you will have to kind of be careful when you do. Not keep your forward button down all the time, but keep it going. Now I'm quite interested in seeing how it'll pass over here, because I have a ravine here that I'll have to pass to get back and forth from my permanent base here and my base over there. Oh, you can see it's backing down now. That's gravity. If I wanted to park, I press P, and it says landing gears, but it is a parking brake. And to get the right crossing, I'm so bad at driving these. Even it doesn't say much, I'm verifying. Right. Let's see how it performs. Here. Whoops. Yeah. And up. Yeah. And oh, we have an unknown signal I forgot about. I wonder if it is something important. I just go into my spectator view and find it over there. Right on the outside. That's the same thing I thought was a jumper. It's not. Alright. I can't interact with it, I can only watch it. I'll park my spectator cam up here. F6 to get down. Right. I was going towards my base. I'm parked. Right. Now, what I'm going to do now is just... because I can't connect here. I'll just park. Connecting here would from my from the back end here will be almost impossible, because the let's get out to show it, because the connector I have here on my back have to be connected with something up here, and that's higher up than this. So we could be lucky to build some kind of ramp and stuff, but for now, because I don't have that much over here, I think it'll be easier. Geez, I have so much stuff in here. It will be easier for me to just take what I have here. There are mods that actually can use the grapple, but not in this vanilla game. But let's just take it along and put it into my... I can't get to the cockpit. Remember, it wasn't connected up to anything. I can get into the medium container, and I can put it in the cockpit. The connector, sorry. So if I do that, it'll go to the connector first, and when that is filled up, it'll go to my cargo container. It won't take this, and I haven't to be able to find out why, but it will store in the cargo container. I don't know why that is. Maybe someone could tell me that. Hide. And then I'll take what I can have. And I actually don't think it'll move the oxygen bottle. Nope, and not the rifle either, with ammunition. I don't know actually why that is, because they are large connectors here. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. Large steel tubes, they take up a lot of space and weight. What I'm doing now is that I will not be using this base anymore, and as soon as that I made some connectors for my drill ship to be attached to. I will come back here and I will grind it down, and actually I will grind survival kit and stuff down to use the components for my other needs. But now I don't have anything stored here, and now I will go back. And while I'm driving, because I have my ore connector set to 25, I'm not going to get anything. Damn. I keep forgetting that I have to change the range here. Not that 50 meters is more, but at least so much more, but it's more. On brake, and I have to get over. Let's see if we can get over the ice here. Ooh. Oh, it's tough. It's tough if I turn on. Nope, that's the wrong one. Crying out, bleeding loud. I hate when I do that. Alright, I'll see if I can turn myself over through the gyros. I can! That is why I'm using gyros. Because when you get in a pickle like this, which I usually do, remember, bad driver, this will actually help me a lot. It was the number 8 I was wanting to go, wasn't it? I can't remember. Was it the number 8? Yep, it was. So now I will use my forward. See if I can get up, and oh man, I'm so bad. Yeah. Oh, and then I turn off my 8. Not F8. Jesus. 8. And now I can go normally. That is why I usually always put some thrusters on my vehicles. I say it's because it'll help me get up from bad situations, but it's more because the bad situations is usually created by me. Now, I could do the stuff that I manually move the stuff from my battery here to, or from my rover over to the stuff over here. But I will, because we got some time, show you what I intend to do, and the next episode I'll actually do it. What I'm going to do is night. That's not what I want. I'm so bad. So what I wanted to do was to show that I am going to back in here. Boink. And when I get too close for my external camera to so seeing I'm forced into first person view, which could be quite confusing. What I'll do right now is just to conserve on power. I'll take my batteries and I'll put them on recharge. You can't recharge right now, but when they are on recharge, they're not doing anything. So what I will do is that I will take my grinder and then I will grind here. And this might seem like some kind of stupid I'm grinding up because I just welded them. But that's because for me, I'm quite a visual type. And whoopsie, that's not the point. And I would like to see this stuff before actually grinding out. Otherwise, I not be able to judge where stuff is going. So I'm grinding from the wall, and the next one is the wall under my medical station. And then just keep on grinding. Until I am under right here I just need one more. I am under the hydrogen tank, and in here I'll have a connector. Okay. What my plan is that I want to have all this connected, what I'll do now is that when I back this up, I'll use a conveyor system to take all my stuff in here, and then have some appropriate places where I have to where I can put in some junctions and some collectors and stuff, and if I do up here, because all these will be connected to this, I only need one access point, and because it's not a ship that can get blown up and shot and stuff, I only need one line of access. So as long as I'm connected up to that one, I'm connected up to all of them when I'm done. So what I'm going to do now is that I am writing myself up, and in my G menu, and I probably need interior plates to make them, I think. My G menu, thank you. I'll just remove this, and I'll search for my conveyor system. I can have a conveyor junction and some conveyor tube and the curved conveyor tube, the sorter I'm not going to need right now, and this is for the small grid. The plus up here means that I actually have all the the big components here down here. So when I have chosen number 5, the first thing I see is a conveyor, but if I use my scroll wheel, I can get all the stuff I need. But just for... I need interior plates. Just for... sorry. Just for the sake of transparency, I'll do them separately. She's and motors... computers and so on. So I won't be able to wear them up. I'll do that after this episode is done, but I just want to show you where I'm at. This is actually a sorter, so I have to be careful. This is a conveyor. They look the same, but the name on the top and they have widely different function. So this is the conveyor tube. Then I go for that one, and I actually sorry, that, and then a lot of straight tubes, and my very bad can't even know what's back and forth. Right here I'll put a junction. I'll just take these up here first, and then I'll put a junction here. So I have access to that whole grid and to the medical comp, because the medical, to have access to my to fill up my hydrogen, it actually needs access to the liquid hydrogen, or not the liquid hydrogen, the liquid in the hydrogen tanks. That's what I meant. Right, and right, and right. Now, here I will put a junction, and then I will do something with that junction. I will show you later, but I just want to know how I was making piping. I could make just a round tubing here. Get back. Thank you. And just for the sake, I can put, removed it, a connector. Right. And you can see here that it might actually work. It might actually be able to drive right up. It's a little bit locked down in the back. Okay, maybe I should put some more weight on the top at some point. Never mind. And now I'm going to weld all these up. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to cover these with... Oh, do I have them? No, I don't actually have. I will have to. I wanted to this steel catwalk, and I'll have to make an interior wall to do that, and I have to make an interior wall to get to the windows too. Well, I'll do that. I'll just do that. Why not? Except that I might need... Well, it doesn't take that much. And I'll grind it down later. I'll just place it. And notice that when I have finished welding this, it'll say new blocks available. And I need construction cups. That's what I need. Actually, I got some here. Construction cup, right. Unlocked new blocks. And one of these blocks are my steel catwalks. They come in different sizes. I can choose that one and then have the option to choose all three, but as it is now, I'll just take this one, because you can see here that when I put these down, they will cover. I won't do that now because, yeah, well, just to show you. I can do that so I either not welding it up and it looks like this all the way, or when it welds up it looks like the rest, except it has this kind of grid in the top. I won't do that now because then I can't weld what's underneath. So that would be quite stupid. So what I would do is that I would write this down that I will need, and then I will, just for the sake of it, just show you something. Now I have this Beetle. I made it. What if it crashes? I'll have to do it again unless I do this. I have to be outside, so it's a grid on its own. Okay. I'll just, yeah, well, okay. I'll take the batteries and make a group. Holy crap. It's not the right way to step out this. That's because I misspelled the first one. Damn it. Sorry. Oh darn. I'll call this and I'll get them off, and I will put these on auto. What I will do now is that in here in my G menu, I will, first of all, I'll just remove these first, and in my group I will have my battery. Oh. Weird. Okay, and I will set recharge on and off, and I will have my thrusters up and my thrusters forward. I want to do this because what I'm going to do next, these settings will be saved. Whoopsie. I'll just have to get out here. Right, and then I have to find a nice spot like this. And what I do now is that I press Control B. B as in the battery, I can't spell so. And then it save a blueprint of your vehicle. You can go into the edit menu and you can rename it to Beetle. And you can either place, delete, take screenshot, blah blah blah, if you're not satisfied with that one. So, and you could go in and enter and write something here in the description. This is the description and stuff is more in the info screen, is more for people when you upload it to the workshop. I will not do that for this thing. I'll just have it for myself for the sake that I mess it up. Because then you can get a projector and you can weld it up from that instead. But for now, I will just say, just get a nice shot here, like that. And I will say bye, and I'll see you in a later episode.